Welcome to the Blue Army podcast. We're here at Blackwell Meadows after a narrow 2-1 defeat to Darlington. I'm with Dale Storey. Welcome back.
Hi.
Yeah, a narrow defeat, but one that we really more than matched higher league opposition for long periods of time.
I agree. I thought it was a really good game. First of all, I think if you're a neutral, it was a really good cup tie. Sadly, we wanted Darlington to have a bit of a hangover from their FA Cup run, but they didn't. First 15-20 minutes, it was all them. It looked worrying for Gainsborough. It looked like they were going to get thrashed.
The cosh, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, they scored a goal. They had quite a few chances. The keeper made a couple of saves. It should have been 2 or 3. Let's be honest. And then once Gainsborough got into the game, I thought they were excellent. Once they got into the game, they were brilliant.
Bit of a tweak, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We changed a couple of positions round. Got Simon Russell involved a little bit higher up the pitch, a little bit more central, and really started to not boss the game, but put our stamp on it.
Yeah, and then they got the goal that they deserved. They had a couple of chances. There's that ball in from Russell that I just thought Alec was going to get on the end of. Yeah. He had a chance with his head from a corner it was across from one of their defenders.
Yeah, that was possibly the best ball that we've seen going to the box from a Trinity attacking point of view, wasn't it? And
the fans this side near me were moaning about the fact that Trinity take good corners and they don't. So,
which is something positive, isn't it?
I think there's a lot of positives to take today.
Yeah.
And going back to what you were saying, so Trinity go in 1-1 at half time, and they were on top.
Yeah, and opening stages for the second half, we could have been 2-1 up.
So Kingsley James was his goal disallowed for offside. We've watched the video. It's tight.
It's not, is it? But
you think it should have stood?
I think it should have stood, but that's maybe my rose tints. But
I always say it's tight, just to
elicit a response.
Sit on that fence, really, that I'm always on.
But get a few splinters.
Curtis Morrison, who I totally agree with the gaffer, they didn't quite get him on the ball enough, because when he was on the ball, he
caused problems, didn't
they could not handle him. I think he's been fantastic this season for Trinity. His shot well saved by Elliott, the keeper. And then you're thinking, Trinity could win this, and I think Darlington were going up, they were having chances. It was a really good game. I really enjoyed it. I think Allinson made a really good save from one of the midfielders. I think it was Rivers, where he tipped it over the bar.
Yeah, just before he came off, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He was involved.
And the winning goal, it's interesting that they've mentioned the disappointing in the winning goal. To me, the two goals are very similar.
Yeah, it seemed
very similar.
Cut open with one ball.
And a flick.
Yeah.
Yeah, very similar.
With plenty of pace. I think the substitute that came on, a couple of his...
Bawawa?
No, it wasn't him, it was Donovan.
No, what? Who scored the winner?
Donovan scored the winner.
It was Bawawa.
It was given to Donovan.
It was given 15.
I'm sure it was given to Donovan.
Bawawa, how do you say his name? It was him.
I don't know.
We'll check this afterwards, and Rob will go on social media and apologise.
If I'm wrong.
And if I'm wrong...
Dale won't.
It's just the same most weeks, isn't it? So.
Yeah, but they were
anyway, whichever.
They were making a big song and dance, but it was Donovan that had been off on international duty.
Bermuda.
Yeah.
See, I thought both the subs were Bermudan internationals that came on.
I believe that's right, but one was related to Olympic athletes that scored the winner.
I just think you're wrong. Do you want me to check? Get the video up. Forget this podcast.
Shall we pause it and come back in a minute? No.
No. Anyway, so like I say, and it's interesting that both Curtis Woodhouse and Kingsley James went on. Averted to the second goal when, like we said, I thought they were both
similar,
quite similar. But hey ho, and then you're keeping, and it wasn't stop shot near 88th minute. Oh, of all places, 4-2, Will Thornton.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Simon Russell set piece all the way to the back post.
Yeah.
Probably not the man you want it to fall to, is it?
No, if it's a header, you do every time, but on the floor...
He's brought it down.
He did the hard bit.
He's brought it down. He could have got down on his belly and nodded it in. he could have walked it in. He had so much time, so much space.
Sometimes you have too long to think about these things, I suppose, don't you? But
he must have put his boots on backwards at half-time.
And I don't think there could have been many complaints if Gainsborough got the draw today. I really don't.
No, but did we really want a replay on Tuesday night?
I think the better team won the game, but I think a draw might have been a fair score. Or are we being a little bit biased? Possibly.
Always the chance of being biased, but that's why it's the Blue Army podcast.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you watch for.
But no, we saw Kingsley James back in midfield again today and thought he had an excellent game.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was fired up a little bit. If you ever want to wind Kingsley James up, apparently you play a little bit of 80s music. The coach driver, 80s music all the way up. completely got Kingsley in his own, but I don't think he'll be on the team bus for much longer if he's going to have to put up with that. Or Secret Santa idea for Kingsley James, earplugs, so he doesn't have to listen.
I thought you were going to say an 80 CD then or something.
Oh, I'm not that cruel.
No, I thought that's where that was going. I love stories like that, you know. Absolutely love it.
It's the sort of thing that you find out in non-league football, isn't it? You don't. That's not the sort of thing you find out about Premier League footballers and how they travel.
You mentioned it to him before the interview, and he was still annoyed about it.
Still seething, wasn't he? And then Al gave him a little bit of a wind up, saying, "Are you ready for the music on the way home?" But no, Kingsley James. How many cup goals has that he scored now?
3, 2 against Banbury and today.
Yeah, likes the cup games. A little bit of a talismanic.
The goal for Trinity I thought was really good because Curtis Morrison did really well. Comes inside, great effort. Keeper hadn't done a lot wrong really because it's a great effort. It's a wet, skidding surface. And
he's got
Kingsley
down low,
James,
hasn't he?
Yep, he's parried it to the side.
Yeah.
Kingsley James, as all good attacking players should do, followed it in.
Yeah.
And I think it's hit him.
Yeah,
because he's running in. Great,
but
brilliant.
He's in the right place.
Right time, as we both said in our.
Yep. Different sides of the ground. We
did.
But you know, at the other end, Curtis Morrison has had an effort where he's been played in by Kingsley James and he's gone near post.
Yep.
Given the keeper the eyes, but the keeper's done really well. And
I thought that was a good. That was the beginning of the second half. Wasn't it?
Yeah. So
he had a couple.
We've had our chances, and it's exciting stuff. We're starting to see a little bit more of a Trinity that are creating problems going forward. I'm really pleased with the direction we're going. We just need to start winning league games, and that's what it all comes down to now, isn't it? Winning the games in the league.
Well, it's 5 games now. Curtis Woodhouse has been in charge, and I think you were at Dunstan for his first game.
Yeah.
You could already see the difference.
Yeah.
I was at FC with you the game after, and it blew me away how good they were against a very good side. Dave Remden, my colleague at Tamworth, couldn't believe what Gainsborough he was watching. All good teams, or all teams have a blip. Is Morpeth a blip? I think it allowed Curtis to work on different things. I'm not too sure.
He did say that he didn't learn anything new that he didn't know already. But I think deep down he probably did learn a few more things. We've always said you learn more when you lose.
Exactly, but if he didn't, it's probably just a reminder that the problems are still there at the moment.
Yeah,
but saying that, as he did say, and I think you've said, there were still chances to get something against Morpeth, and if you get an ugly draw, we wouldn't really be talking about that game, would we?
No, of course not. But it just keeps you focused, doesn't it? We can't go plain sailing for 10 games without having some sort of reality setback.
Well, what I've really enjoyed about the freshness of Curtis Woodhouse is the fact that every time you mention the league table, he won't say, well, we're too good for this, we're too good for that. His honesty, I think, is going to be a real pleasure to work with over the time he's here. And I think that, we're there on merit, that we are the second worst team in the league. I think that's true. Yeah. It is true at the moment.
But he's not going to be happy with staying there.
They're not going to say that. They won't say that. I've seen enough from the last, since he's been here, that they're not going to stay there. I'm very confident of that. I don't think they'll go up or anything like that this season, but if he can finish mid-table from where they are, I think he's done well, and then suddenly the excitement builds for next season.
Exactly. But never say never in terms of what the season can hold. There's still plenty of games to play. You never know.
Well, I keep reverting back to when we went to FC United and the run they'd been on, when 5 games before they were near Gainsborough in the table, and then they went, 5 wins from 7 or something like that?
Yeah, and it just shows the league table's so tight. It's not going to settle down anytime soon, I don't think.
And it's one of them leagues, nearly all the leagues in non-leagues, where because anyone can beat anyone, more or less, you get some surprising results. The points are tight, 4 or 5 wins, and suddenly you're looking up and not down, and anything can happen. I hope it does.
It's just a bit of momentum now. Michael Williams in line next week to play. It seems like the longest suspension on record. He came in with a 3-game ban to play. We've had 3 FA Trophy games, including the rearranged one.
Once he cup-tied.
Yeah, but that's also held him back. He's now served.
So he can play next week.
Yeah, he's served his 3-game suspension. Then he's in the cup.
The only good thing
which is not available for.
Yeah. The only good thing about that is because he's been here 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
He's been able to train. He's been able to get to know the. Instead of just being thrown in like a lot of new signings are, he's been able to. It'd be easy for him if he plays. Is it centre
midfield?
Centre midfield. Yeah. If he plays next week, because I thought Simon Russell was outstanding today. I thought Middleton did well today, and Kingsley James, as we've said, played well today. Well, there's your 3 midfielders. So I don't know, but it's a nice because Mitchell Dunn's available next week as well, and I rate him. And was Josh Batty, was he cup tied as well today?
I think he must have been from being involved with Cleethorpes.
And Ross Hannah was injured. So there's plenty of players to come back. Speaking of coming back players, and so how great was it to see Kingy on today? Yeah,
2-minute cameo. Just looking for the ball to drop to him on the halfway line and go, there you go. Unfortunately, he didn't get that opportunity. But
did he touch the? I think he touched the ball though, didn't he?
Yeah, had a couple of little touches of the ball. Still a long way away from being ready to play regular games. He might need to go out and get himself some games on loan somewhere. Might go and play with the reserves if the reserves have got any games coming up. But it's good to see him involved, buzzing about, enjoying his football.
Well, before he got injured last season, I said to you I thought he was the best player for Gainsborough last season before his injury.
And it will be like a new signing for Curtis.
It will. He's a good player, and he's a very good player for this level as well. He's a very, very good player. Hopefully, and he's professional, so he'll not play. He'll sort his injury out properly. Do you know what I mean? So if he thinks it's best to go on loan, he'll probably say, "Can I go on loan?" or whatever. Like you say, he might join the reserves for a bit,
which will give them a boost as well.
Of course it will, because he's still. We've mentioned so many times in these podcasts about Kingy's love for this club that just. But great! It's great to see him back. You know, Curtis Woodhouse is telling him just to go and score a goal. Thought that was quite funny.
Yeah, well, he did the same with Ross, didn't he? When he threw Ross on when he got injured at FC United.
He knows how to make a sub. Does the manager?
I hope that's not your phone.
No. It was. I think he's just saying that Bawawa scored a winning goal for Darlington today. So.
And I think you're still wrong.
I think you are. I really do. The thing is, people are going to watch this and be like, Rob's just made himself look silly. And Dale's just made himself look silly.
Exactly. Should we let them go and find out who it was?
But we're going to talk about home games, aren't we, first?
Well, yeah, but I don't want you to be feeling down that you're wrong.
No, it's fine. I'm back at home next week.
Yeah, Stalybridge Celtic.
I didn't realise they was a high up.
No. Again, another side that, to be honest, you get a bit of a sore neck when you're looking up at the table and just seeing all the teams above us with where we are at the moment.
But it's like a repetitive question every week. Oh, well, they're higher than you in the table. It's going to be a tough game. Well,
they all are.
Is it Bamber Bridge that are bottom at the moment?
Or is it Buxton?
I can't remember.
Where Rod Orlando Young's gone to Buxton.
Yes, I saw that. He never really worked out for him here, which is a shame, but you can say that about quite a lot of players, can't you, really?
Exactly, it either does or it doesn't, but that's football, isn't it? But no, home games. Yep, back at home next week. Stalybridge, a game that you'd normally be targeting for a win. I think they are a bit of a bogey side for Trinity, though. I know we've had a few difficult clashes
I've never seen them beat Stalybridge. It's been a draw, 2 draws.
You went to an away game when Jake Scott got sent off.
Jake Scott got sent off.
You went as a fan to that with your brother, I think.
I did, and you wrote me in to do some interviews. We arrived at 7:45, literally walked in as they kicked off. That was good. That was
great preparation. We weren't there that late today, were we? Well, the fact that it was a 3 o'clock kickoff, if we were there at 7:45,
7:45 a.m. would have been 12:15. It's crazy, that is. Yeah. And then, we couldn't sit down in the bar because there was no seats.
No, a bar with no seats.
Nice food, though. Nice food.
Yeah. But, okay, a 2-1 defeat. Back to the league next week. Hopefully, Trinity can put on a show. Home comforts. I just hope that it doesn't get home nerves and that gets them away.
Yeah, you said, didn't you? You worry that Gainsborough developing a bit of a fear of playing at home. I don't see it myself, personally. I think their form just home and away still been very good before this new management's come in, and he's only had 1 game at home. The other 4 have been away, so I think it's too early to make any predictions like that. I think they'll be all right. I think, and over the years, their home form's been what's kept them up or kept them in a playoff race or whichever. Yeah, they'll be all right.
I'll share your optimism.
Yeah, I'm there next week. I haven't been to the North End for ages. Quite looking forward to it. I'll be back.
Yeah.
And I'll be sat with my fan club at the top there.
Something corner.
The constructive, happy
corner. The happy clappers.
There you go, Tony. Got you mentioned again.
Yeah, but just to finish, the support today again. 50, 60 Trinity travelling
Well,
faithful.
we had a pretty horrible journey getting here, didn't we?
Bleak, I think it.
Yeah,
best described.
horrible conditions. It's not just down the road. I think the Trinity, as I say it every week, I think Trinity fans are brilliant. I love talking to them. They're very loyal, maybe too loyal in some ways.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I spoke to a few before the game, and they could understand what Curtis was saying when he was saying about clapping off.
Good.
They could understand that, but at the same time, they want to show their loyalty. And
they're very loyal.
Yeah, they do want to see more.
Yeah.
And they couldn't agree more. They want to see more. But they still want to show that the support and backing is there. And you've just got to imagine how good that support will be when things are going really well. Because if they can be like that after you've lost 1-0 at home.
Yeah, and I think that's what the manager was probably alluding to, wasn't it? So
yeah.
But bring on next Saturday.
Yeah, let's get ourselves home. Hopefully it's not as white as it was on the way up.
Find out the name of Darlington's winning goal scorer.
Yeah, is that a text message? Is somebody watching now that's texting to say, oh, correction, goal scorer?
We'll have to wait and see.
You can buy me lunch next week if I'm right.
What if I'm right?
I bought you lunch this week.
So? Bye.
See you soon.